Welcome back to Battle Ready. Don't miss a second of this show or any of your favorite Now Media TV favorites. Streaming live on demand whenever you want or whenever you want to see them. You can grab the free Now Media TV app on Roku or iOS and enjoy instant access to our line of bilingual programs, both in English and Spanish. Prefer podcasts? Listen to Battle Ready anytime on Now Media TV website at www.nowmedia.tv. We're covering business, breaking news, lifestyle, culture, and more. Now Media TV is available 24/7, so the stories you can care about are always within reach for you at any time. Now we're pulling everything together. Yeah, George and I, we're going to talk a little bit about all of the changes from being a COO to starting his own thing, even after all the years of dealing with entrepreneurs. And now we're going to talk about, okay, what now? George, welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be here again. Appreciate it.
You know, so you thought about doing this on your own thing for quite a long time, right?
Yeah, I have. I have.
So talk to me what your thought process was. And I already know one of them. That's the financial aspect, right? You were financial okay no matter what, right?
Yes. That
How
helped me
much easier did that make it?
made it. Yeah. It absolutely made it possible. Not just easy, right?
Okay.
It's going from a secure, you getting your check every week, right? On time or every other week, whatever it is, on time to all right, going on your own, right? Uh, and you have to be financial capable to there's gonna be peaks and valleys. There's gonna be peak times and slow times. You got to weather it all, right? Especially at the beginning. Once you get the clientele and once you get, I do, I have a lot of contacts that I've worked for or worked with that absolutely would use my services, but it's made possible because um, as I grew up, as I grew up in organizations, the ladders, I was still very frugal. People met me on the street, and you know this, Rick. They wouldn't have never known I was a CEO or a president.
Right, right. No,
So
that's true.
yeah, uh, so I work with a lot of private equity firms. So private equity firms. I work with two actually. Um, Fantastic individuals, but that's what they do. They buy smaller companies, build them up, sell them, right? And so those are the individuals that use consultants because they are finance guys. They're not operators.
Right.
So they need people to go in and either run the companies or consult and help them figure out how to run the company. So it was scary. It's scary, but it's also exciting. Again, it's transformation, and sometimes transformation can be uncomfortable. But you know
Right,
what?
right.
It's okay to be uncomfortable. That's how you grow as a person, or grow as um, in your leadership companies, grow as a human being. It's being able to get out your comfort zone and be uncomfortable, but it is difficult.
So, you said frugal, right? I had a friend of mine tell me, people call me cheap, but I don't hear cheap. I hear smart. I thought that's
Yeah.
pretty good. So, okay, so now we got the financial back part, right? So financially, you're comfortable, you can pay the bills. What about the motivation part of actually knowing that you got the money, that you're paying yourself? I mean, you can go as fast or slow. Where does the motivation come in to start pushing to start an actual business?
Because complacency, letting complacency sit in your life can be detrimental to your life. So you have to be self motivated to take those risks. And I'm a very motivated individual. Um, I don't, failure is going to happen, right? But I don't fear failure because I believe in myself and I believe that where I'm headed. Um, but to stay young, you have to keep active. And so this is going to keep me active, and it's also going to be flexible. I can take a job. I could don't take a job. I can make my own hours. You know, and so that's very to me rewarding. It's also not as action packed as my life has been for the last 33 years. I think you told me that it's time for me to like,
Right, right.
yeah, it's time for me to. slow down because I've been 100 miles an hour since I was 17 years old.
No, and I know that that's definitely been a conversation we've had. You're a definitely much more hard charger than I am at, but I'm a little bit older than you. So that's my excuse.
Yeah.
But everybody charges at their own speed or whatever is comfortable to them. And I think that you're still in a place where your comfort is fast.
It is.
You know, I think I'd call, or we talked the other day. It was probably 7 and 8 in the morning, something like that. And you're off, and I'm like, where are you at? You're like, I'm getting my steps in. You're like walking someplace, right? I'm
Yeah.
thinking, man, I can't stand you. I mean, I need to get back in that mode too. So now that you got your business, so how does somebody get a hold of you if they want to talk to you a little bit about, some of the challenges that they're facing in their organization, or maybe they're not even facing any challenges. Maybe they are ready to take it to the next level. How do
Yeah.
they get a hold of you?
Yeah. The best way now is through LinkedIn, my LinkedIn profile. Just send me a direct message. Um, and please, you know, notate, Rickey sent you, and I'll be more than happy to help anyone out.
Okay, and then you're working on your website for the Legacy Performance Partners, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um, so and your first opportunity, I know I say your first, but it's really not your first because this is first with as the CEO of Legacy Performance Partners. But as I recall, I can even remember I was traveling together back at FedEx, and you'd be somebody to call you from either one of the other regions or even outside the region back when Amazon was popping up and all the other different companies, and they'd be asking for some advice.
Mhm.
So is that what kind of brought this up?
Yeah, so I have done some consulting roles, not under this brand, but one of the mentors, because I was doing it from a personal, like you just said, I was doing personal, and one of the mentors said you need to protect yourself with an LLC, and so that's when I got this ball rolling. So it's not my first time. That does motivate me. I love to coach, mentor, and train, and I love when people reach out to me and we can solve problems. I'm a problem solver, right? One of my favorite quotes is, "Excuses are the tools of the incompetent that build bridges to nowhere." I don't know if you remember that, but right.
No.
So let's get to the root cause. Let's remove any barriers, and I enjoy helping people do that. That's why I started this organization.
So what are the next steps for you now? So are you gonna relax and do this? Or are you gonna just charge at this? Tell me what George is gonna do.
To the end of the year, I'm gonna relax and do this,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm gonna be hard charging back. When the new year starts, I'm taking some time off, taking a little break. Um, there's a couple of other opportunities that I'm going to look at this year. Um, but then I'm gonna be hard charging in 2026. I think it's a good jump off point. Beginning of the new year, you know how people feel. A lot of times, to be honest, a lot of times. So in our world, Ricky, October, November, December is peak weeks. That's where they make their money, right?
Right. The
Um,
delivery.
yeah, on the delivery. So that's the heaviest time of the year. There's not even going to be a lot of consultant roles, right? It's going to be after that peak. What did they learn? What obstacles did they face? How can they overcome those obstacles? And if they don't have the answer, then they need people like me to help them. And that normally happens Q1 of, you know, the following year. Just like if you remember FedEx, they never terminated anyone during those time frame. Come January, you know, people
That's
were going left and right, right? So same concept. I don't expect a lot in this work because it's peak. They're focused on customer service. They're focused on their mission, their vision, making as much profit as they can. But going into the new year is when then I'm gonna charge it hard. I'm gonna network. They're all gonna know by then I have this company. So um, I don't ever see myself not doing something. I'm also going to look at possibly a couple of franchises. I think I talked about one of them.
right. Yes.
So again, I have seen too many people when they retire or they stop working. That's when their health goes down. That's when their mental. because they're so used to working so much. So I don't want that to happen to me.
Well, George, thanks for taking the time to be with me on the show today. As always learn stuff from you, no matter when we talk. We go banter all the time when we talk throughout the weeks or other times. But you definitely have always been very motivational to me, and I know that you'll do a great job out there working with everybody. So I appreciate you taking the time to be on the show today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Anytime.
And guys, once again, George Crosby, Legacy Performance Partners. He'll be ready to go, and he'll be available for you to reach out and just bounce things off of, because sometimes, a different point of view always helps. Guys, again, this has been Rickey Chavez with Battle Ready. And in today's life, you never know what challenges you're going to go. It's not how the challenges come, it's how you handle them. Thanks, Gun. Have a great week, and go ahead and be battle ready. See you guys soon.